I think we're live. We are live. Welcome to Shusha's Secret Time, everybody. This is a live stream where we talk to you about our lives, the behind the scenes secrets of what's going on, what's happening, what's not happening.
Holding back only the deepest, darkest secrets that you're not allowed to hear.
There are sometimes deep, dark. There's not many because you and I just are not good at keeping secrets.
Yeah, open books.
Neither of us are great
but
at that.
The children love the books.
we used to blame the drinking for our lack of ability to keep secrets, but that fans kind of find out that's not what the problem was.
Yeah, no, just happens to be that loose lips sink ships.
Basically. All right, we do have a method to our madness. We'd like to know who we're talking to out there, so please sound off in the chat if you're watching. Do not just lurk. That is weird. It's like being at a party and you're like in a circle, and then there's the guy who's like outside the circle and no one's opening up to let them in, but they're not saying hi either. Don't be that guy. Say hi. Natalie's gonna read your handle. And then we're gonna get this crazy.
That's me.
Something's going on.
It's called being socially awkward.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I'm inviting you. I'm being socially awkward for you.
Well, now you've tried to include me, and now my anxiety's through the roof. All right, fine. I will do my part of this job. You fix your straps. I will.
my wardrobe is having issues right now. Okay, I would continue.
All right, David Faith. Hello. Thank you for being so on time and punctual. Our hair is on point today. You know, my hair is like this because it was not on point. That's how this happens. I really need a diet. Okay, anyway, Scott Westbrook. Howdy, Scotty. How you doing? $10. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, strangers. Hope you're well. Telework today so I can listen live. Hi. Thank you for joining us. It's been a minute. And thank you for the super chat. Blair, hello. I always like when I see the blue letters, blue wrench. That's like one of the only things that hasn't changed about YouTube over the years is that it's still blue. Like they haven't changed the blue wrench.
It's the only thing they're keeping consistent. Everything else is.
I know everything else has changed. Jack Boots, hello. How are you today? Shannon West. Sadly, I have nothing funny or witty to say today. Actually, that's Shannon. That's amazing because normally you're witty or it's very self-deprecating and like my life is falling to shambles. So hopefully that's why there's nothing witty.
There's no jokes. Yes.
There's no jokes this week. Good. No news is good news.
No jokes is good jokes.
You didn't break a knee. Good. Dencar 11. Hi. Shannon says, I wonder if they don't know that we can't hear the first few minutes. We have no idea how to tell when you can hear us and when you can't. From now on, we're just going to sit in silence until we get the first highs from you guys. We're quietly awkwardly at the camera. Lockpicking engineer, good day. How are you? Greg Phillips. I have a new trainee, a super enthusiastic young American lad. We are looking at taking on railway work, and wow. Ooh, that's awesome. Good luck on the all boats tides raising things. You know, there's a saying there. Desiree Gonzalez, heyo. Stephen Brown, hello, peeps. David A, hi, all. How are you? Evan Sure. I haven't gotten to say that in a while. I
know it's been a while since we've done that.
And that's the bottom of my chat. There's not a lot of chatting going on. Are we public?
We are public. It's summer. I think like I've noticed at work too. It's been a little bit quiet, and I think it's because like summer is here.
Oh yeah, there are things to do.
There's things to do, and that will last for about a week or two more, and then people will be back to like, oh God, no sun. I want to be inside. Indoor life. Yeah, I'm over the hiking.
I mean, we're almost there already. Of like, no, it's too hot to be outside.
Oh yeah, you get that,
Keaton. Hello.
That same thing that Texas gets, where it's just too hot to do anything. Like, it's like you have to run from your car to the building because it's so humid and gross that if you don't, you die. More
Desiree Gonzalez, thank you so much. More for turns out maneuvering to get special thanks. Yes. We do need to do special thanks.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid and, you know, like the summer would roll around out in Las Vegas. And this is a crazy thing is that we still ran around barefoot outside. Like, even though like the scorching hot sun. So you'd run from yard to yard, but most people didn't have grass anyway. So then you'd have to you'd run from shadow to shadow, which sometimes the shadow was just a light pole shadow. And so you'd run and like stand in that light pole shadow. and then you run to the next light pole shadow, and you run it till your feet hurt. Like,
Yeah.
you jump on the grass. Like, it was this whole thing to get to the end of the block. We could have just put shoes on, but hey.
No, but this is one of those little quirks that like someone's actually from Vegas or not. Did you run from shadow to shadow?
Shadow to shadow. Yeah.
That's one of those like only if you know that game that you're playing, because like that's a pretty specific detail. I'm like trying to think of what we got in Texas. It's similar.
Hey, Christian Hansen, how's it going? Yeah,
Hello.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got those little things that they did differently in
Oh
their
yeah,
area.
because of like
But
the
I don't know. Also, like, was everyone running around barefoot? Probably not.
probably,
But like finding the shadow in the light poles and standing in it.
yeah.
Like, you just stand in a line talking in the shadow of a light pole just to get that little bit.
Talking around each other like this, having a conversation.
Exactly. You're like birds on a wire almost.
Well, it's like in Texas, like when you came to visit the first time, I was like, bring a cardigan.
Oh,
Everywhere
yeah.
I was going to be freezing.
Yeah.
Like we're going in the dead of summer. I'm like, oh no, bring layers, because anywhere you go inside, they crank the AC so
Yeah.
cold.
But luckily, I mean, I already knew that though because of Las Vegas.
Vegas,
It's the
right,
same
right.
way. Yeah.
Like you won't.
Although it is, I mean, but it is so much different between the heats. I mean, everyone knows the heats are different. Like the humidity is like, that was the thing that I couldn't account for, was the humidity.
Yeah, humidity is like a vice. I can't. There is no curling my hair in any way, shape, or form when I go to Texas. I just don't. There's no crimping it. There's no curling it. It doesn't. It will not hold because the humidity is so intense. Like I
Yeah.
have to just accept that my hair is the straightest it's ever going to be is when I'm in Texas. I gave up. There was one Christmas I had been curling my hair here, and I thought like, oh man, I finally learned how to curl my hair. Like you were telling me like, oh, do it this way, do it
Yeah.
that way. And I was like, oh man, Natalie taught me and I'm finally learning how to have and so I go back. There's these pictures that I am like to this day, like, oh no. These pictures where I tried to curl my hair like I did here, and it just fell out. And there's all these holiday photos of me with the worst
yeah.
hair. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's not just that you learn things. Like, yes, you did learn how to properly curl your hair because now you have a big sister, but also you cannot curl your hair in Texas. Like, it's just not a possibility. Like that is not a life you get to live there. And that is why I'm never moving back. Sorry, Dad. That's my reasons.
I forgot to turn off this fan. Is it terrible?
No.
I have a fan in the window here because this, and I normally turn it off before we start, but I just realized it's still on. Okay, sorry. I'm going to leave it on if it's not bothering everyone.
Oh, that's great. You get to leave it on forever.
Awesome.
Yeah, foreveries. Vancouver is stuck in spring so far this year. That's so lovely. I love Vancouver in the spring. It's so pretty. All the cherry blossoms are just gorgeous. We get that for like 2 weeks here.
We skip spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from like, it snowed when I got back, the day I got back from Kanab. Like, it snowed that day, and then it's 89.
Yeah.
And it's humid right now too, which I mean, we get a little bit of that, but like, it's actually humid here right now.
Yeah, we're now sunny. We're top of June and very sunny. Like June gloom started early. And I'm kind of worried that we're now in summer. I wanted June gloom for like a full month.
Yeah.
I love June gloom. I think it's wonderful.
I have a question for the peeps around the world, around America specifically. Did the cicadas start? Because we've got our first cicadas.
Okay.
And like, it's been since we had bad cicadas when I was a kid in Vegas. We got cicadas all the time. Did you get cicadas in Texas?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I just don't know what regions because they're not in LA. Never heard a cicada in LA.
No.
And I remember the last time I heard cicadas was in St. Louis when I was visiting there. It was funny because we were filming something and it was supposed to look like France, but then the cicadas kicked in and we had to like film around the cicadas because they wouldn't have been in the little French town. Like, so it's kind of weird, but like, obviously it's supposed to be the year of the cicadas. And so far they haven't gotten them anywhere. Okay, but like, we just got our first cicadas yesterday. Yeah. Started hearing the buzz outside. It's not bad yet at all, but
oh, they're gonna rage. Denkar's got them. We got nothing for cicadas here in MA. Okay.
Do you Denkar, do you normally, or do you ever get them in MA? Like, I don't know. Like, that's where do they go?
Shannon West has got them via webcams at the cabin in Central PA.
Oh yeah.
It's a
I remember remember some really like bad years. And yesterday I was talking about it because the noise started up, and I just heard it right now was the reason I was thinking about it. Um, the noise started up, and I had read something somewhere about them, and like just the idea that like just take a guy from Alaska or someplace where they've never had cicadas. They grew up their entire life. If you're out here and the trees sound like they're screaming at you
Yeah.
suddenly, like, and it's the same noises we have used in Hollywood to make Aliens. Like it's such an alien noise that I can't imagine hearing that for the first time.
Like
Like,
not
oh, it'd
big.
be so unnerving.
June gloom, Evan. June gloom happens every year here in LA. The marine layer rolls in at night, and it hangs around for like the good part of the first part of the day. So we have these big gray clouds for a long time, and then they
Yeah.
burn off around like 1 noon, 1 o'clock, and then they come back in as the sun comes down. So it's like for 1 month, it's really gloomy around here, and then we go back to 72 and sunny every day.
Gloomy in comparison to LA.
Embarrassed for four
Okay.
L. Yeah,
It's still
four
like,
L by
yeah.
LA standards, it's gloomy.
Yeah.
Like not by anybody else's standards in the whole entire world. Will you explain the cicada year? Because I'm gonna mess it up. Like what it is. Do you?
This year is supposed to be, there's like two type, I guess it's types of cicadas. I'm not 100% sure I know what I'm talking about either. But it's that they're on 7 14-year cycles or whatever of like this generation of cicada goes and it lays its eggs and they stay dormant for that long until they come up. And so it's not like you still get cicadas every year, but for some reason there's two hordes that are supposed to be like meeting up at the same, they're birthing at the same time this year. And they never, because of the number of years in between, they never meet up except for every 200 and whatever years,
Yeah.
because it's like odd numbers and they never meet up. So this year is supposed to be the year of the cicada, and they're supposed to be just like these two giant herds, I don't know what they're called, are being born at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to think of them as zombie hordes now. Like,
Okay.
Like what you see in the movies when like you it's always that bad part in the zombie movies where like, oh no, they're going to meet up and form one giant horde of zombies. That's what's happening with the cicadas.
Exactly.
But I don't know if it's supposed to be everywhere. And so far they've been confused by it because it hasn't happened yet and they thought it was going to start sooner. So it was supposed to be mid to late May when it started, and it hadn't started yet. So they've been concerned, but this was my thing. I was like, how could you even possibly predict that based off of numbers? I mean, yes, you can pick it off of numbers, but like if one of these cycle of hordes had a really bad year, like, had a drought one year, their babies didn't get born the same way, had a flood one year, their babies didn't get, like, so to do it based off of math just seems like it's not actually going to,
it might not
come to
actually
fruition the same way. Yeah.
it's a possibility more than a given.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the way we run with BS in the world, like I was talking to Justin about this either because he's like, the cicada thing hasn't happened. And I was like, there's one cicada scientist who, like, I mean, how many people are studying cicadas? Like, so we got the one cicada scientist who's like, this year is going to be a giant. And I'm like, it's the three guys from, is it two guys, three guys? I was like, I kept comparing it to the guys in Silence of the Lambs, the scientists at the big old glasses, and he's telling them about the moths. I'm like, it's those three guys in a library going, this is going to be a giant cicada year. And now the whole world ran with it.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's like on TikTok, every full and every new moon is supposed to be like this big deal. Like, oh my God, this is the most amazing full moon. This is the best time to release all your negative blah, blah, blah. I'm like, every full moon and new moon can't be the most amazing full and new moon.
Yeah.
They're not all special. We're not giving out awards here, like for participation moon.
Yeah. This cicada season might actually get a participation award. Okay.
Like not everything. We've gotten so into the habit of thinking that everything is a big deal that I think we're stuck in making everything a big deal all the time.
Yeah.
Like I just stuck. It's like the first time us as kids realize what gossip is and like when drama happens. I remember thinking this. Like I remember watching 90210 and really not being into it. And then the first round of that kind of drama happened in like my friendship circles.
Yeah.
First time it ever happened, everyone was so titillated by it. Like, oh, it's such a thing. Bah, 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 bah. And then, of course, it dies down like it does. But everyone got so addicted to that first round of that feeling, that like intense emotional place. They started to create the next round. I'm like, what are we what are we doing? Like, why are
Yeah.
we like, we finally got everything to calm down. Like, why are we doing this right now? And like, they would just do it again and again. And because
Yeah.
they're so addicted to that intense feeling of that, I think
Mhm.
we're stuck there. We collectively as a world have been traumatized and we all need to go to therapy. But instead of going to therapy, we're addicted to our
We're
trauma.
addicted to the pandemic trauma.
And
And
now we
yeah,
have super cicadas that we have to be upset about. Like,
every year it's going to be something else. We had
these
the,
bees,
the killer bees from Africa and
yes. Yeah, we're
anyway, yeah.
the next thing to get dramatic about. And honestly, probably if we need to knock it off. Let's all
You just knock it off.
calm
Well,
down.
no, we'll do this with the cicadas. It won't be that big of a deal. And
Oh,
then,
and then
whatever.
yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
hopefully, like, but then what'll happen is it's just like with those hurricane warnings in the south, when like you get a couple in a row
Oh,
where nothing happened,
yep,
and then no one leaves town when the big one hits, and you're like, so
yeah,
we're just gonna do the same thing. The
yeah,
same thing.
basically, yeah, over and over until we die. Anyways,
Hello, Kevin Goodlad. Welcome to the show.
welcome to the party.
Welcome to
All
Cicada
right.
Corner.
Welcome to We just left Cicada Corner. All right, a little bit of business time. We do have an episode coming out tomorrow. This is the
Allegedly.
allegedly. We may not. I don't know
Because Natalie hasn't done the sound edit on it yet.
what we want.
That's
We'll
my
get
plan
it
for the
out.
day, guys.
Listen, we're at the tail end. Let's put it this way. Maybe it doesn't come out tomorrow. We're at the ends of having an episode. It will come out eventually, soon, hopefully. This one is about the drug supplement.
Drugs.
Supplement is called Miracle. It is something that you take before going out for a night of partying, and it's supposed to help your hangover not be as intense. We both believe, spoiler alert, that it works because whatever it did to Natalie's liver, she was good.
I mean, I haven't died yet.
She didn't die. First step, she didn't die. Second step, she wasn't nearly as like schneckety as, and your hangover was good, which is great because we had an award show.
Yeah. Instead, I was just sick, but maybe I don't think that had anything to do with the pill.
No,
Yeah.
no, that was just you got sick
I
because
got sick.
a few people got sick. Anyways, that episode's going to come out soon.
Nat, what is that gold thing behind you? Well, let me tell you,
Let's discuss
Wolfenstein.
that. This is Wolfenstein.
This is Wolfenstein. We're besties.
Everyone
Taking over Tara's.
Wolfenstein. Everyone.
We did actually, Tara, the episode that you weren't here. Wolfenstein and I did together. I introduced him to everyone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have no idea how appropriate that is. You'll all find out.
Desiree said yes, but did you drink vodka? No, I drank whiskey. So
no, she drank whiskey and she partied. It was fun. We had a good time.
Jeremy, I don't know what it says. It's cut off. Jeremy Piven's what? What does that say? I get the letters COC and then I can't see anything else.
Where are you reading this?
Super chat.
From
David Faith. Jeremy Piven something.
Jeremy Piven's cock blocker. Anyways.
Okay. Well, I was right about what word I thought that one was. I just didn't know there was another word.
Yeah. I have had the clap since the 80s. Justin Wheeler merch. Oh goodness. Good Lord. True Test is sweet alcohol like Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, actually, it's not a true test because I don't normally drink that. So we had to do something that I normally drank so that I would know. And also it's Jack and Coke. So there's a lot of sweet anyway.
So there's sweet and caffeine. Natalie, are you older than Tara?
Yes.
Not by much though. We're pretty close. Yes. All right. That's the business time. That's it. That's all the business report, right? Yes. Yes.
All the news that's fit to print.
Yes. Yes. Excellent. Well done.
That's not true. Now we move into the fun stuff.
No.
Business.
So I got a
episodes.
Oh my God. I got a hilarious email. It'll make you laugh. My Model Mayhem account got closed.
Oh yeah? What? Why?
Because it's been inactive for so long. I got an email notifying me that my Model Mayhem account. So Model Mayhem was this, and it still is. I didn't know it still existed.
That's thing.
This is site that I signed up onto when I first moved here. Natalie was on it for modeling. Tara was never going to model. Let's all be for real. But like you could go and like sign up and photographers were looking for models and you can get your like first round of pictures and stuff. It's like an acting.
There's a lot of time for print. It was people building their portfolios. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to build my why was I doing this? I don't know. But like I got the email notification a couple days ago. We are closing your account and like a follow-up. If you'd like to reinstate your account, that. I was like, oh no, we're
No,
good.
thank you.
Thank you for reminding me. You
No,
would.
thank you.
Oh my God, it was such a blast in the past. It
Oh,
was so
wow.
funny. Yeah.
I don't even remember what email account mine was under. I had to go through and like take things down.
Yeah. I wonder what's up there that I wouldn't want up there in the world. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure if I do a Google search and I don't see it, I'm sure it's fine.
Well, that's
Like,
what I still, if you Google search my name, a lot of it's Model Mayhem pictures.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's some
Pops
really,
up.
I actually go Google Natalie's name because there's some really good ones up there. There's like really artsy stuff. I like them.
Yeah.
Nice glasses, Natalie. I just got
Thanks.
new glasses last Friday.
I
Ooh.
I decided, that's, I haven't been using my ring light, so I get to wear my glasses. As
Oh,
soon as I put that ring light back up there, no glasses,
no more
nevers.
glasses for you. No more glasses for you. Tara, you're a comedian, not a model. Exactly. There was, even if I was like model height and weight, like I'm still not a model. Like my personality, like I don't, everything that you understood about taking pictures, I'm like, what am I doing again? How do I sit? Like I don't.
Oh yeah. Well, but that's all like all of that was learned from doing it and getting bad pictures back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I mean the same thing way like you go, no, move your leg like this. And now you know from now on you do your leg like this instead of like that, you know.
Well, I was so
I saw a picture of someone recently. I won't say who because there's no way they're watching this, but in case they ever did, like there was this picture of someone that I was like, oh my God, why did no one tell her to not sit back in that chair? It was an interview. And I was like, no, like I was so upset for there not being someone in the room to save this moment. All this person had to do was not sit back in their chair like the whole time. If they would have just set up in their chair, like the total difference or changing the angle. Like what I see it a lot of times in documentaries. People in documentaries do not know how to set someone in a chair in a way that's not complete. Like they'll shoot from this angle of someone who's slightly overweight. And I'm like, now all you have is chin and like, or they're sitting back in really comfy chairs. And like, that's never a good look. I mean, like models can't sit in comfy chairs and make it look not like your legs spread out and all these other things. It's like,
lobby. Like that's just what
happens. And so I was just like, it's like people don't think documentaries don't think that they need like a wardrobe person and they really don't, but the wardrobe person would notice that stuff.
Right.
Like that's a wardrobe person going, no, you just like sit up in the chair, you know, I don't know.
Poor photographer, let it go like that. A good ones make the photo look good, including setting up the person. Yeah, agreed. Like don't let me, there's like this very small possibility that I'm going to be doing a short film at the end of this month. And one of the scenes is in a swimming pool. And if this all happens, which I don't know, we'll see. It's a scheduling conflict thing. But if this happens, there's not going to be anybody watching me. So I'm gonna have to have a talk. Like we're good. We're fine. I know what it looked like, but just, can I see the shot?
Can I know what the framing is? Can I know what the angle? Yeah. Just take a picture really quick. Let me see.
Yeah. So I can just see, so I can move my body. I can adjust because of the stuff that you've taught me. So I can adjust myself and then just make sure that I'm as good as this is going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes it's just a matter of like, I mean, especially with swimming pool stuff, because you can't tell what the water is going to change about that angle. And, you know, now you're like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Like it could go, and no one's going to be looking at it because they're going to like, people don't see what I see on my body, you know, like, just like there'll be photos of you that I'm like, I love this photo, but you're like, no, I don't like this part. I'm like, I totally get it. Deleting that photo. Like things that I don't see, same stuff. Nat is Tara 55-year-old and you 30. No, nowhere near.
I just got a good filter on this camera.
Yeah, she's got an amazing, well, she's also got guys, Natalie has incredible skin and it's very annoying. I have like the skin of a sun baby, just covered in freckles, like, and not like an acute.
Yeah, but yours has gone into freckles, and mine are actual age spots. Like I don't have any of the freckles. I got this giant.
Your skin is like, all your skin is like this clean, smooth. Like I have been working on this. I've been putting on face masks. I've been trying to even my skin tone out. Like it's just not happening. I just have, we're gonna call them details. Lots of details that are not cute filter details that like my phone camera just loves to pick up and make intense. Like, oh, we're gonna make all those little dots really dotty. Like, Thank
I
you.
wonder if that's, I kind of wonder because everyone started putting freckles on their face and stuff, if that's built into the filter now.
Maybe.
Like they're like, no, people like freckles. Let's pick them
People
up.
like
You're like,
freckles.
no,
Oh, I want
I don't
smooth,
want them.
clear, one shade skin. Thank you very much. April, you can't tell because there isn't there. I got makeup on and there's like a filter on this too. But yeah, that's Natalie's got incredible skin and it's very and also like your wrinkles aren't coming in. My wrinkles are
Oh,
more,
no, they are.
are they? I feel
Yeah.
like more intense than yours. Like my under eye ones. Like here you go,
Mine
guys.
are on the side. They're harder to see because I just don't face this way anymore. Just
This
kidding.
is also the lack of sleep I'm getting right now. This is just me not sleeping.
I've got a routine. Okay. Actually, it was funny. I'm almost out of my toner that I love, and it's one of those like, Justin and I were talking about how funny it is with like, I have very specific things that, and I think this is probably true of everyone, but I was like, oh, I've built like a cabinet of like, okay, my toner is one that I always get. My face wash is one that I always get the exact same kind. There's other things like mascara. I've never found a mascara that I'm like so in love with that I can't get something else.
Right.
Or I've got a base that I use that I'm in love with it. Although I have to switch summer to winter. I have two different ones, not color wise, even type, like because of how moisturized the face is. But like, my serum, I don't care. I go to Ross or TJ Maxx and whatever's cheap and on sale, I get the $4 of that one. I'm like, oh, this was normally $30. Whatever. It's got to be good. Like
It's 30 bucks.
there's so many layers of that. Like my lotion, I don't care,
Aw,
Oh,
Greg,
thank you, Greg.
thank you. We do acknowledge that we it's not like we think we're ugly. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But we're humans. We still see things that we're like, I don't
Oh,
like.
there are days though where you go, why is my skin so ugly today? Like, what is happening? No matter what, I mean, no matter what you do, you're like, I can't put like your makeup doesn't even absorb in your face right or something. You're like, what happened? This is the same routine I do every day. What changed? Why makeup? Why do you reject me?
My mom used to talk about that and I never understood. She's like, just having a bad face day. And she's like, you always have good face days. It's so nice being young. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And now I understand. Now
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it. And I'm like, oh, mom, I understand
And I
now.
think it must be like a combination of a million factors, not one thing. It's like, it's the how many days, since you used a exfoliator on your face
Mhm.
versus how
Uh-huh.
much humidity's in the air. And so it's like, it has to be that perfect storm. And you look in your face, you're like,
Oh, you didn't drink like one extra sip of water the day before,
yeah,
whatever. Like, yes.
why am I so dehydrated? I drink so much.
I have zero skin routine too. So I need to like I don't have like breakout problems. So I've had
Yeah.
zero I've had zero impetus to figure that out. It's like if you were always thin your whole life, you have zero impetus to like eat healthy and work out. You're like, whatever, I'm thin. So I've had pretty good skin
Yeah.
for a long time. And so I've had zero inspiration
Ooh,
to
I
have
have some really I have some high recommendations
for skin routine.
for like face washes and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, I would like this information.
yeah. Murad,
Murad.
vitamin C face wash,
Okay, writing this down. Hold on. Murad
100%.
vitamin C face wash. Okay. All right. All right.
What else? And then this toner, you've used this toner. I really highly, look at
This is skin routine corner, guys.
everybody wants to know this one.
About?
Pure Am. I think we got this in one of our things. Or no, is this one? I don't know. But this stuff, we use this once on one of the episodes, and I have been buying it since. It's not cheap, but I like it.
Pure Am, Pura.
Yeah, Pure, and then there's a dash or something. I don't know. The font's weird, and then it's AM. But it's pH balance calming toner, and I fucking love it.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on it. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's my like current one of my current things I'm hot on. I was like, I'm gonna get a skin routine.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start actually working out again, which I've been really good this week. I've like walks every day. I started doing
too hot.
I know. I started doing ballet. I need to start doing yoga again. And I'm really
I think I'm going to start doing yoga again.
Yeah.
But this room has not been conducive to doing yoga in it because of my candle making business. It is taking up half of the room. I mean, all of this mess back here is candle making. All this mess back there is candle making. All of that mess is candle making.
Oh my
Actually, I have no room to put my legs under my desk because it's all there's bins of mugs.
Oh my God. I love it.
It's ridiculous.
So funny. But you're about to hit tourist season. So product is
and then I'm going to be in the money, yo, guys. Like I am
that candle money.
I'm going to retire.
I had this amazing passing thought about you the other day, and I almost texted you, but then I forgot. I was like, somebody out there who goes to the farmer market frequently now knows you as the candle lady. And I was
Right.
like, that's just fantastic that you are the candle lady.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love that.
I have this really weird thing with the candle business. Um, in that I have, okay, so it's kitschy. Everything's kitschy. Like I'm going for this like, country garden vibe, but like more English than more cottage, anyway. But so then like my clothing, I'm very specific about who's the woman who sells the candles. I don't want her to be a hippie
Oh my God, I
because my
love
candles are not hippie. Like
Oh,
they're not, I don't know anything about the essential oils and stuff like that. That's
yeah.
not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's cute. So who is the woman? And then I have to pick my outfit based off of the weather and who is the woman that sells the candles.
Yes. Yes.
And so
Oh,
much of my clothes are like I didn't want to wear this. It's a little too hippie. And then I
yeah.
don't want it to be too beachy either. It's got to be just that little kitschy eccentric woman who, and I'm like, it's so dumb. It's like a
No,
costume I'm putting on.
like when you and Justin would get excited to go to the Rose Bowl and go see the Copper Guy, like at some point, someone is going to get excited, like, oh, let's go see the Candle Lady. Like they're gonna be
Yeah.
like, let's go see what cups she's, because your stuff is always going to change. It's
Mm-hmm.
always going to be like, it's not going to be like you're making wooden bowls and it's the same.
Let's see if the candle lady's here. Yeah.
Let's see if the Candle Lady's here and see what she's got because her products are always changing. It's
Well, I already have my biggest fan. I met a little 8-year-old named Maddox.
no.
And he was in my booth the entire day yesterday. He smelled every single candle and was very honest about which ones were his favorite and which ones were not. And then he took notes on how to make candles and is going to be my apprentice. He was there with his grandmother who had a booth.
Uh-huh.
And so Maddox I have an employee that I'm not paying now. It was so funny.
God. Oh, this is making me so
He was
happy.
really, really cute. He was really cute.
You're
And
like,
then Justin came back because Justin helps me set up and then he comes back and helps me tear down.
yeah.
And when Justin showed up, Maddox was like, "Oh, she's taken." Like and like just kind of he'd walk by and go, "Hi."
You are literally in a Hallmark movie with this candle stand right now. Like I just got done reading this book called The Truth About Heartbreak and Magic. And she's a baker and she has like a shop and then she also has a stand at the farmer's market and she goes
Mhm.
and brings her baked goods to the farmer's market kind of a thing. You're like literally living the scene in that movie with this little boy, or the
What are
book.
Maddox and I gonna start dating? What are you
No, no,
talking?
but like that small town like
Oh
vibe.
yeah, it's so.
Oh, I
And he
love it.
was like, "Are you going to be here this weekend? Are you here on Saturdays?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here every Saturday." And then he comes back over. He's like, "I'm not going to be here this Saturday." He's like, and he was just so excited. I was like, "But well, I'm always in a booth like right there, so come
Uh,
find me."
you got
But
like
it was so fun. I mean, I was like,
Hollow going on. I love
"Yeah."
it. Yeah.
But okay, I was going to tell you my new idea for the candle making factory, which is not candles, which is why I didn't name the thing anything that has to do with candles.
Huh?
So I'm going to make bird feeders.
Okay.
And the way they do them, not the ones with the teacups that are on their side that I've seen those. My teacups I want to make into candles, but you take a mug, turn it on side, and you make like a cake, a suet and birdseed cake that fills the whole thing up. You freeze it, and once it's hardened, you can turn it on its side, and it can hang from a tree. But you put a twig in it while it's wet, like a stick in it while it's still not before it's solidified, and then you
Okay.
just hang those from the tree. And like I was like, probably not this mug, but like, yeah, so it ends up like hanging from a tree like this with the stick sticking out of it, and the birds come and sit on them. And that's my
I
next one. And
love
because there are mugs that I'm like, that mug is perfect for that, but not perfect because like
that. Yes.
for a candle. And I was like, oh, that'll be fun.
That's
And I
fun.
think those will sell, but I'll probably only have like 5 available at a time.
Yeah, those
And
will sell. That's super. I would buy that in a heartbeat,
yeah,
That's super cute.
I'm
Uh
expanding.
we like look, I keep sending you stupid ideas and I'm like, oh, this fits into the they made this
Yeah.
brand. Like
Yes.
this is an item. Anytime I see stitch work on something, oh, I sent you a cross stitch one where they take the cross stitch fabric and put it on
Uh-huh.
top of like the thing that you want to stitch onto,
Yeah.
stitch the crosswork, and then pull out the fabric. Like pull
I
this.
couldn't figure out. So I couldn't figure out what step I was missing on that. Like
Okay.
it was like already done.
Oh,
I
yeah,
kept watching, but I kept looking away at the wrong time. It's like, wait, what?
yeah, you use the hatch work to guide you on the fabric, and then you pull the threads out of the fabric when
Yeah,
you're,
I saw.
yeah,
I
okay, yeah.
saw that part. I saw the pulling out of the threads. It was like half the video was pulling threads out. And then I kept
Oh,
missing the part where it was like, how did it get on there though? Was it an iron-on transfer? Was it?
they still stitched it on.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, they still stitch it on. I just think I think that's brilliant. Like, oh, that's such a smart way to get that cute grid work thing onto something without like having to draw
Bye,
it.
Shannon. Oh, sad face. Bye, Shannon.
I can never
Sad
stay. A
face.
Smith, I can never stay, but love to pop and see and hear you two beautiful days. If I knew you would be at Townsend's shop, I'd take a vacation day and drive. Oh,
Yeah.
fun. I know it'd be a while before you visit them again. I miss those guys. I always wanted to try Pilates as Christian. We tried
We did
Pilates.
once.
I loved Pilates.
It
That's
was,
something that I want to like get back into doing. Go back to that same place. I got strong,
yeah.
strong. I'm into
Oh,
it.
yeah. No, it is intense. That's the thing is like,
I'm adding that to my.
well, I think part of the problem was she didn't pull any punches with us. Like she was like,
No,
here, let's do this hard thing.
she's like,
I'm like, this is not a beginner's class.
she's like, oh, you're filming this? Oh, I'm gonna make it
This will
funny.
be funny. And it was.
Dang, I'm writing that down on my list. Thank you so. I have this whole like life list getting together and blah blah blah, and I'm putting Pilates on it. Bye Shannon. Gotta go. Take care. Those suet things sell quite well in Canada.
I'm a
Oh,
little worried. So out here, they're not supposed to do well in the heat.
oh,
Like it can, well, because you don't want them to melt. If they melt, they have a better chance of rotting. It's not the right word, but like molding, mildewing or whatever. I don't know. So like you put them in the shade and everything, and it doesn't get quite hot enough here. Like it's like 2 days of the year go over the temp. I mean, on maybe not even on average, like
yeah.
it's, some years you have 0 days that go over that, whatever that temp was. I don't remember what I was looking. And so I was like, but people who do bird feeders and stuff like that would know, like, I mean, I could tell them, you just want to, like, if it's over 100 degrees,
Yeah.
take it down, take it down, put it in your freezer for the day, Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I dig it. I like that a lot. I think it's a fun idea.
Are they specifically winter ones? Desiree, she says too is a winter thing. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, I'd say like, yeah, you could do probably like 2 months of the year. You probably couldn't hang it out here, but like,
yeah, that makes sense. It gets real hot there, like real hot, real hot.
is that part of the reason you do it, Desiree, is in the winter because the fat, the birds aren't getting the same proteins and fats?
Yeah, that's actually a good
So
point.
the guy next in the booth next to me last night turns to me and he's working on this sourdough. It's all sourdough. It's sourdough bread. And he turns and says, "Are your candles animal friendly?" And I went, I don't know. And he's like, I was like, I've never thought about animals with my candles. I was like, I don't know, my cat's still alive. And he says, what's it made out of? I was like, it's a natural soy. He goes, oh, it's fine. Yeah. And he says he used to work for a company that like not making the candles, but in their marketing. And that was one of the things is that like so many candles are kind of toxic to animals, dogs mostly or whatever. But
yeah, I didn't realize that until I was like shopping for a candle for somebody else. And they're like, look for soy. And I'm like, okay, why? And I was like, why soy? And they're like, oh, because it's like toxic. The other ones are like toxic for animals or something. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, Gizmo's been fine. And we use of not whatever candles in this house. Maybe that's what she's bitter because it's the wrong candle. I don't know.
That can make sense. You need the birds need the fat in the winter to get more, to keep warm.
Yeah.
Get more energy because there's not enough protein and stuff around.
Yeah. Okay. You'll probably like pull more birds to your world.
So what you're saying is I can wait a little bit on making the candles and not sell them. I mean, not the candles, the suet bird feeders.
I mean, you could still sell them and like because you're entering your tourist season, but like tell them it's a winter, like put this out.
These are,
you're
meant for
you'll attract more birds. I still want to build a crow catcher. That's what I want. I want
a what?
Murder of crows, a crow catcher. So I'm trying to figure out how to attract a crow to my yard because I got everything else. But I want a crow.
I need to send you this channel. It's a stupid. There's a stupid Instagram. I think it's actually Instagram. I don't think it actually is on TikTok, but it probably is now. But I think it's the crows have arrived. And like, it's a guy. I mean, there's really short videos. A guy puts out a little thing, a puzzle for the crows.
Okay.
And but the way he does it is just so ridiculous. Every time it's like, let's see if the crows can handle this today. And
I'm
then
in.
like a sparrow shows up, blah, blah, blah. And he, there's a little bit of narration to it, but
Yeah.
then a crow is the crows have arrived. And there's always some stupid like 80s graphic video of like, the pig flying with the type of thing, like the crows have arrived and like music plays for a minute. And then the crows try to do these puzzles to get to the food. Oh my gosh,
I'm
it's so cute.
so into it. I want to crow.
I will send the next time I see it on my
Oh my
feed.
God, please do. I want to crow. I think
Showed it
there's
to Justin. He absolutely loved it. Have you
it's
guys ever tried beekeeping? No, I would do it.
I would do that. I would do that.
Again, on an I saw a video note, I saw a video of a girl who has bees that she keeps, but not like as a beekeeper. There's just a swarm that's outside of her house that she brings sugar water to. And she's like,
Oh,
and the video I saw was her saying, but they don't recognize you. And she's like, you don't think they recognize me? And she walked over to this thing and they like all start swarming and landing on her and whatever. And she doesn't have the stuff yet. And she's like, okay. And then she goes inside and gets the sugar water and puts it
yeah.
out for them. And they're all like, and she has water, sugar water. There was some other thing that she puts out for the bee that they adore this, high school girl now.
Oh, that's so fun. I got a little bee thing, like the thing with holes in the side of it for the bees to go to, just to like see if I can attract some bees.
Oh, yeah.
I got blueberry bushes now that I want them to do the thing for. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. 9-minute warning to joke corner. 9-minute warning. I will take your bee jokes. It's always the last thing you've said to me becomes the theme. Let's see what
yeah.
the internet's got for bee jokes. So go out there, find me some bee jokes and come back. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. But like open another tab.
Don't travel too far. Don't go to the library.
Yeah. Don't need to go to the library.
I mean, you can go to the library later, just not in this very
not right now. We'll do joke corner in about 8 minutes. Our brother Shannon kept bees for all of his adolescence through high school. That's cool. Speaking of crows, they're making a movie. Oh, The Crow. Yeah.
You know what? I've never seen the original.
Really? I watched it pretty recently. I put it on TV at work and like, half-ass watched it because I'm working.
Yeah, I never saw it. I don't know why. Like it just never, I think it became like one of those where it was like such a cult following right off the bat that I missed it. And then I was like, well, now I just don't even want to see it.
Yeah, now it's got finesse around it.
Bees is the theme, Desiree. Bees.
Bees is the theme. Bees.
I just got a notice that we are now streaming live on a custom live streaming service. In the
cool
on the Zooms.
Yeah, all that.
On the Zooms.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, clearly it's been working. So okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, whatever. I was gonna show you your bobblehead though. So I went to the ball game.
Yeah.
And I got the ball game or the bobblehead of the day. My favorite part is
last now.
I thought this was I don't know what this man looks like normally, except for the fact that he's really, really tall. And I thought that mine was ruined because of his moles. I was like, oh no, I got a broken one.
Oh no.
And I went and looked it up. I was like, wait a minute. And I went and looked it up. I was like, oh, it's his moles on his face.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be there. Yeah, but look at that. I like the box. The box is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, they've been doing, that's actually, not one of the ones I have here in storage. There's a Will Smith one that looks a lot like that. It's all, and I think they're doing a lot of those where it's graffiti-esque. Mm-hmm. So it'll look good on the shelf. Although I don't leave him in the box because I'm a terrible person.
This guy is 5'8". 5'8".
That's not tall.
That's insane. I'm sorry, 6'8". 6'8". I'm 5'7". 6'8".
That's not tall.
6'8" and 225 pounds. He is so freaking tall. Like that, that's mind blowing. Anyways, I'm going back for the Yamamoto one for you. So
Yamamoto.
We'll have that one for you as well.
Yay! I don't have to go to games, but I still get bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads out of it. I'll go to the games and report back. They got a bunch of new food items, and there's an octopus ball that we didn't get this last time. There's a new burger that's got a quesadilla on it, and we got that. Jason C. Brown and I got that, and it was so good. We split it, and we were so full because it was like birria, pulled meat, and a patty, and a quesadilla, all on this one burger. It was so filling. It was really good. It was really, really good. But we were so full that we didn't have room for it. But when we go back, we're gonna get the octopus. They've got a bunch of sushi and
Oh, I bet they did a lot of Japanese stuff and
they have like their home plate platter is like a bunch of like egg rolls and stuff like that and like
yeah.
Japanese inspired dishes. And so this the Jason doesn't know it yet, but he'll be eating an octopus bowl on the next one because it's up to me. It's his ticket, so I buy the food, and that means we're eating an octopus bowl, and that's what's
Does
happening.
he's not a very adventurous eater though, is he?
No, I think he wants to pretend like he is, but I
He
don't
likes
think.
sushi and stuff, but like I don't think like I think he'd be I don't think Jason C. Brown would try the bugs if we were at the bug museum.
No,
Like,
he
yeah.
wouldn't. He wouldn't want to. He might do it because we're pretty girls and we're like, you should try this. And he's like bullied into it
Mm,
emotionally, not because we're bullying, but
mm.
because he's like, I have to do this to save face.
Yeah, no,
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I may be the only
Bye,
person.
Ed.
Bye,
Yes,
Ed.
you should watch Master and Commanders. It's a very good movie.
That's a very good movie. I haven't seen that. There's so many movies I've forgotten how they even work. Like what happens
How does that work?
in some movies. Yeah. Like I'm like, oh, that's right. This scene. I started watching Gone with the Wind. It's been such a long time. I was like,
Really? Wow.
started
I
rewatching it.
haven't seen that since I was a kid. Yeah.
It's not since I was early part of college because my mom and I watched it together. And
Yeah.
that's my mom named me after the house in
Yeah.
that movie. And she gets really weepy every time we
Yeah.
watch.
What's one of my mom's favorite movies?
Oh my God. Yeah. But that's the last time I saw it. And so I started watching it recently just as a comfort thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's right. I always say I'm Scarlet at the picnic all the time. Like, that's right. That's how this
That's
scene.
why. Yeah. That scene,
Yeah. And this is how
the barbecue.
person. Yeah. Every person she runs into. So, oh, did you hear Babish invoked Townsend? Invoked?
No, really?
It did an incantation and called him. Tell me more. I will. I love binging with Babish. Like
You
that's
know
just,
what? I've not that I've gotten out. You just go through habits and whatever. I've been out of watching YouTube like entirely.
yeah.
Like it's just not. I don't know what weird thing changed. It's just not on my radar right now of
Yeah.
watching any YouTube.
The only time I watch YouTube is when I'm doing my makeup or my hair. Like that's
Yeah.
the only time. I'll
I mean,
catch
it might just be like, well, it's baseball season, which changes everything. Once baseball season starts, I lose 3 hours a day. You know, that's 3 hours a day that my eyeballs are on this instead of on YouTube or something else. So it might be that.
That's right. I do remember that. Like that's how this part of the season always goes. Like, oh, she's watching the game. I'll talk to her when she gets
Right.
done.
Yeah. Natalie's busy well, you know what though? Because I'm out here, a lot of the games don't start until 8 p.m. for me.
Oh, that's
So
true.
it isn't doing the same.
Yeah, so you're still getting your day in and then watching it at the end of your day, but you're not watching anything else. Like it's
Right.
taking a lot of watching that you normally have.
Yeah.
My slot of watching that end of day when you get to watch thing, because now I'm back to bartending has gone. Like I don't think to sit down and watch a movie in the middle of the day. Like
Yeah.
that's such an end of the day. So I'm watching so fewer movies now because I just don't have the emotional impetus to sit down and watch a movie when the sun is out.
Right. And you know, it's kind of funny because we'll do series now because it's more bite sized. You don't have time to sit down and watch a whole movie, but then we'll end up binging the entire series.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
I just watched the second season of OA.
Mhm.
We watched all of Evil, which was a weird show. We tried to watch it once before.
Mhm.
But then like this time it was like kitschy and hit right, and like so we watched all of Evil. And then I sat down the other day and watched all of Eric straight
Oh
through.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard about it since you talked about it. I'm like, it looks so good.
It was very good.
Yeah. I started watching Baby Reindeer
I
recently.
watched 2 episodes of that and then we kind of walked away and just didn't end up coming back to it. I'm not against watching it. It just hasn't been like the one we watch.
Yeah. That's how the more recent Game of Thrones series, like the prequel,
Same.
I watched like the first one and we just kind of like lost it. I think it was like hanging out with Ben and like we were watching it and had to get up and go walk the dog and we came back and we're like, don't really feel like putting it back.
Yeah, it's like you have this idea that like, oh, I'll come back sometime. It's just never like the time.
I never do. And that's like, I really was not that into that show.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched WandaVision, me either. Haven't done that.
No. My snowflake melter. Battle of Buster Scruggs. I was just talking about that film.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, let's do it. Joke Corner is upon us. Our theme this bright and sunny day is bees. The bees are the theme. Go out to the internet, get jokes, come back, bring your jokes back. Write the word joke real big in all caps so that I can find it. Put the joke and the solution of the joke all in one line. And if it's not popping up, if I'm not reading it, it's not because I hate you. It's because our bots are very intense, and I would
Claire
change.
says, "Go, David, go."
You'll have to
Release the David.
release the David. Yeah, good luck. Get him in there between Davids because he's fast. He's fast at popping him in there. All right, Desiree. Bees love summer. It's very swarm outside.
Yeah.
Oh, into the new Game of Thrones. Goat, are you into it? I'm not. Wasn't. Didn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. Don't know why. Anyways, I guess the internet is not rife with bee jokes. I've
Yeah.
known. Yeah.
We had it's also Justin and I like, finding a series that we both get into.
Mhm.
Like that's not always.
Yeah, that's tricksy. That's very hard. I really loved Ghost, the American version of Ghost. I
Oh
finished.
yeah.
I there's something about that show. Like it's the right amount of like wholesomeness and also jokes that are clever, especially the first season. They're very clever in the
Oh
first season.
yeah.
That I was so in. I loved it. I finally finished that. Well, maybe it's not done. Whatever they got up there, I've watched. I think there's like 10 more to
Right.
go.
I think we left second season wasn't nearly as good. And I don't think we
Yeah.
made it through the second season.
Okay. Yeah, they weren't as clever. Like I went back and started rewatching the first season again. And I was like, oh, because it's becoming this nice, soothing nighttime sound, kind of like Frasier is for me. Like it's becoming that.
Which one
I'll
is
just fall asleep to it. What?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, they really were clever with the jokes. It really was funny.
Yeah.
Greg Phillips, what's the difference between a BMW and a hedgehog?
I don't know.
One has pricks on the outside.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Desiree, what are the bees' favorite flowers?
I don't know the ones with pollen.
Begonias.
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 Begonias. Okay.
Yeah, I said it wrong. I don't know where David is. They're like, is David gone? Like, oh, I
We
don't know.
lost David.
David. They have done 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons of Ghosts. It's really. I haven't watched the original though. I heard the original is
Denkar
not.
says we're skipping a lot of jokes. We have not gotten any. We've got like
No.
3 jokes that have come in, Denkar. So
Yeah. Okay, we've
yeah,
got.
we're not getting any jokes. So whoever's writing them, we've only seen 3.
We got a technical issue going on. Are they your jokes, Dinkar? Because you're getting botted for sure. Okay, Desiree, what's another name for a wasp?
Is this racist?
No,
I don't know.
a wannabe.
A wannabe. I like it.
Oh, why do bees hum?
Because they don't know the tune.
Yeah, I don't remember the words. That's me. I'm always like, rap, 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 rap. Where do bees catch a bus?
The buzz stop.
There you go. Yeah. Who is a beekeeper's favorite singer?
Adele. It's always Adele.
Always Adele. The answer is always Adele.
Beyonce.
Yes. The answer is always Adele. It's Adele. Oh my goodness. We don't see David's post. Oh, interesting.
Did you block him, Blair?
Did you block David? Why would you do that to him? What? Yeah, I haven't seen David's post. I'm like scrolling back. I don't think I've seen David in a red hot minute.
Yeah.
I assumed he was being quiet or just not here.
Ooh, there's something at the, hold on, let me push it. There is something changed at the top. Oh my gosh. At the very top of your thing on the drop down, it says top chat versus live chat. So mine was on top chat and not live chat.
Oh.
You have that drop down?
Okay, I got it. What? Why?
Don't do things like this, YouTube. Like that's not
YouTube. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Right. Anybody's comments we haven't seen and you felt neglected, we are so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There are tons of
Yeah, there's so many comments.
Scrolling back up.
Oh my
Wow. It
God.
was for some reason, probably because you got cock in your title.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna say I was my first thought, like we just talked about the bots. Uh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
back here. Oh man. So I
Yeah.
knew
David,
something
we have
about
not seen your post through the entire stream.
entire screen. Oh man. Okay, here we go. We got a lot of David jokes. We're gonna go fast. Eugene Levy and his wife invited me to a non-alcoholic party. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levees were dry. Don't wear headphones while you're vacuuming. I just finished the whole house and realized I forgot to plug it in.
That's silly.
That's something I would do.
That's silly.
A vegan said to me, people who sell meat are disgusting. I said, people who sell fruit and vegetables are gross. Grosser. I finished a puzzle in only 5 hours. Pretty good since the box said 3 to 5 years.
There you go. That's me.
Excelling. If you think swimming with dolphins is expensive, you should try swimming with sharks. It cost me.
An arm and a leg.
My wife didn't take my name and when we got married, she thought it would be confusing if we're both called Doc.
What?
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 What? I'm gonna move. You all lied. Scotch tape does not taste like scotch. Yep. What do you call a moose with no name?
I don't know.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
I knew you'd like that one. My wife. Why don't you stop telling terrible dad jokes and write a book instead? Me. That's a novel idea.
No, because it's a little too late, Sharon. We already had the kids.
Love going outdoors. It's so much safer than going out windows.
Yeah.
I wonder what my parents did to fight boredom before the internet. I asked my 18 brothers and sisters, and they don't know either.
What?
Because there's so many of them, how you're never bored. Someone texted me the other day. It was like, hey, are you working tonight? I'm bored. I was thinking about coming in. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're bored? Like, how could you be bored? I don't, there is no boredom in my life. Like, I just can't fathom it anymore. There's so much going on.
Actually, I think that joke was implying they had sex.
Oh, you're right. You're correct. But also, yes. Well, then this person clearly had no one to have sex with.
There you go.
Ta-da. I don't always carry all the groceries on one arm, but when I do, my keys are in the wrong pocket.
Always.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Anyone want to swap some bum jokes? I got piles.
Piles of bums?
Yeah. I think we got some lost in translation there.
Piles of
What does
bums?
bum mean in Canada, guys? What were electric eels called before electricity was discovered? Great question.
Oh, wow.
That's a really good question.
The,
Shocky
I would
eels.
say shocky, but like, do
But
you know
still,
shock at that point? They're, I don't
That's a
know.
question. That's a
Yeah.
conundrum. What's the difference between, oh, no, we got that one. An adult in bed will remain in bed until acted upon by a large enough responsibility. Newton's fourth law. Correct.
I agree.
That was me this morning. I was like awake at 7, but I was not getting out of bed until I absolutely had to at 9.
And sometimes that responsibility is just having to pee.
Also, I was like, I have to at some point get out of this bed and do my hair. So I guess that's something I need to get up and do. A small herd of cows started a metal band. They named it Shredded Beef. Just got sacked from my job as a dishwasher. I keep putting the plates and bowls in the wrong order. The boss reckons I'm dyslexic.
Dyslexic?
Yes. Let's see. Okay, we're catching up. What do you call a bee? Okay, great. What do you call a bee that's been put under a spell?
A spelling bee?
Bewitched. And then I just jumped. Okay, a bunch of new stuff came in. What kind of cars do bees drive?
BMWs.
Very close. Volkswagen Beetles.
Ah, bees
What?
don't drive beetles.
Yeah. What's black and yellow and flies 3,000 feet?
What?
What's black and yellow and flies at 3,000 feet?
I don't know.
A bee on an airplane.
Oh, okay. But he's not happy about it.
No,
Is
he's
he
not.
inside at least?
I think so.
Okay, good.
What did the bee say to his girlfriend?
Hi, honey.
I have fallen in love with you.
Aw.
All right, this is our last one. What do bees like with their sushi?
What do bees? Oh, wasabi.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. We'll be back next week. Don't forget, we have an episode coming out soon. Soon is whenever we get it done. Most likely 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm sure we're totally fine. But when we get it done, we are slowly getting a roll back up over on TikTok. We're getting there. It's just always the last thing on our to-do list.
Yeah. And apologies to anyone who got like glossed over in the chat because did not know they had a new setting. So we will be on that from here on out. We'll be on the live chat instead of this random whatever chat. There's also one where I can turn it on where I only see it if you make a donation. We get popular enough, we'll just switch to that one.
That's a thing. Wow.
So now you know for when you're on other live streams that there is a possibility that they have turned something on that they're not seeing you.
Also true.
Sorry, David.
Sorry, David.
And everyone else. Right, maybe Justin even, I think.
Yeah, maybe even Justin. All right, guys. You guys take care. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
End and stream. And it's